Hey everybody, just doing a quick video today on the all-in-one PC / monitor that I bought. I originally bought it to run all my mobile phone diagnostic software and actually have it off a bracket that's bolted to the wall so that I can swing it in and out of place and save a bit of desk room. I just want to do a quick video on this because they're not very common. I found absolutely no information about this, so I had to do it all myself. So I've been pretty busy on it. I just wanted to do a quick video on it. So as you can see here, we're running DOS. I run DOS 6.22, Windows 3.11, and Windows 98 SE on this machine. You could run other stuff, 2000, XP, there's probably quite a few. The only limit you'll probably get to is whether they have drivers or not. So I've also made a web page on it as well, which contains all the drivers and hints and tips and all that sort of thing. So this is the unit here, as you can see. It's booted up, obviously. I wanted to just do a quick video spot of... This is the little stand bracket. Now, normally this bracket is made to bolt it to a wall, but I found going on the VESA mount, which is 100mm by 100mm, it just bolts onto the back, comes down, you can bend it down and just, make a little foot on the desk. So I found that really handy. So if you're looking for a bracket, that's what that is. Now, I'll just turn it off for a second. I just want to go over a few of the mods and stuff that I've done to it. You can see down here, I've added a second serial port. So there's a second serial port header on the actual motherboard. So I've added that. You just need a IDC 10 pin to a DB9 male with pin 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, etc. Very easily found on old motherboards and old PC stuff. You've probably got some at home if you're looking for one. So that's COM port 2. Now if we go onto the back, I'm not sure, I might just tilt it down a little bit. You can see here, this is the LS120 super floppy that I've added. So I run this in 1.44 meg floppy mode, and when you do that, as long as the BIOS supports it, which these things do, you don't need any drivers for it. It also only runs on 5 volts. So as you can see there, I've only got 5 volts going in, which makes it a bit easier as well. ID obviously coming out. Obviously I've modified that so the cable goes in, power goes in, and then that little lead there is just a grounding lead for the case of the actual drive, just to make sure that that's all good and everybody's happy there. So that's the floppy drive that I've added, which makes it so much easier to put data on and off. True, I have Windows 98 SE on there and the older USB storage, mass storage device drivers. I couldn't get the newer ones to work, so I had to use the older ones. So you can still do it via USB. The USB ports are down in here. You can see there you've got the power in, keyboard, mouse, and USB. But there is a header on the actual motherboard for USB 3 and 4, but I haven't added that yet. I'm just waiting on parts so that I can actually do that. So that's all the connections down there. So yeah, so when I add the USB ports, I'll probably add one maybe somewhere around here facing this way, and then probably another one on this corner, like how I've done the serial one, probably one on here, and that'll make it easier for USB port 3 and 4. Now on here, F12 to get to the BIOS, very important. The BIOS window is quite short, so you may not get to it the first time. These are just all the adjustment buttons for the screen. A is for auto, so if you're having trouble, just press auto and it'll self-adjust it. That's obviously the power button. This is an extra, this is an LED that I'm going to wire up for the hard drive activity LED. There is a header that's not used, but it's marked as HDD LED, but it's not. There's something not quite right, so I've got to figure that out. So at the moment that doesn't do anything, but that's it there. So I've actually mounted it. So yeah, so that's it, guys. Pretty cool little PC. It's cheap. I think they're only somewhere around $150 or something, plus postage. You know, can be made to run, obviously DOS, and you've got DOS sound support. It has like the older VIA, EPIA, ITX motherboards. They run here we go, let's boot it into DOS. They run a Sound Blaster compatible mode. It's not as good as a real Sound Blaster, but it's definitely okay. And considering you're not paying anything more for it, it's just loading the drivers. It's pretty good, for that. So there you go, guys. That's that little guy. If anybody has any questions about this guy, please let me know. Send me an email, message, comment, whatever, because they are pretty cool. And yeah. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll catch you next time.